Late July in southern Sweden. We were pretty much finished with the recording studio, so now it was time to turn our attention to the restaurant. We'd bought basically an entire kitchen from a French restaurant that was closing down nearby, and on Saturday we were picking it up. In the meantime, I had to get on with fitting the floor drain and sloping the kitchen floor towards it.
Just need to trim out a little bit more.
Not something I was very confident about.
I think if I put a few screws in here, pin that down, that's fine. So now what I need to do is go downstairs, figure out where this needs to go on, mark it, and then cut it.
Okay. Well, it's not really. If that is to there, this is quite low. I want this to be kind of as tight as possible to the ceiling. So I'll take this off. Yeah, okay, and maybe I can I've got another one in the car and I can come in like that, so 3. And that should be pretty nice, and that will send it down here. That's where the drain goes, over there. That's something we installed underneath the kitchen floor before we laid the concrete slab. Now that the drain was finally in, I could fill around the hole, prime the floor, and then try to figure out how I was going to get it to slope towards the drain. As luck would have it, the sides of the room sloped naturally towards the centre, I guess because a cow had been standing there for 100 years, but the room still sloped towards the back wall. So I figured if I put a furring strip along that back wall and then basically feathered the floor towards the centre from that point, I should get an overall slope towards the drain. Okay, so that is the furring strip screwed down. I found this piece of aluminium which I'm going to use as the kind of float, or what do you call it? Can't remember the name now. I just need to basically feather from nothing here up to that furring strip all the way along, and because the sides are a bit higher than the middle anyway, if I do that, it means that any liquids will just work their way down into the middle. I'll start mixing up some stuff, whatever you call it. So the stuff in question is called self-leveling compound, and usually you mix it pretty thin and you pour it on the floor and it finds its own level, more or less. You can use it to make a slope and it won't self-level in the normal way. So with a lot of trial and error, trying different consistencies, I ended up with something which seemed to behave itself. Alright, yeah, so I've got both sides. I mean, it's not the most beautiful job in the world, but I've got both sides sloping nicely into the middle. So now I'm just gonna fill in this central bit like that, going down to the drain, and fill in these edge areas where the furring strips were. Yeah, not too bad. Right, I think that's that. Okay, I think it's alright. It was Saturday, time to pick up the kitchen. We'd originally just been looking for an oven, But when we found this little French restaurant whose owners were retiring and looking to sell everything at a really good price, we couldn't pass it up. It was pretty much a whole restaurant kitchen.
I found something else for you.
Even an espresso machine.
For the grill outside. I can
Slicer, oven.
Wow.
And then those two guys there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loads of fridges and freezers.
You're going backwards. You missed a good shot there. It's a word for the drugs. Yeah, exactly. You're right. Yeah, I'm alright.
Careful the door. Yeah.
You bastard.
So now we can. Yes. That's good.
Push it in.
Even a vacuum machine.
Can you check how much you have left on the top of the middle fridge? But maybe if we put some things. Yeah.
Loads of these oven trays.
But you know, just break a big time and then.
Basically, everything we need. So, we have a kitchen. Well, we have kitchen appliances. It's all here. We do need to find a dishwasher, though. But yeah, this is all ready to tile. So next week, that's what I'm going to try and do. We've won some tiles in an auction, just enough to do this, 30 square meters. So yeah, next week, with a bit of luck, I will tile this. We need to drill some more holes in the floor for the waste pipes and for the electricity and the water and everything. But with a bit of luck, we are well on the way now to finishing this last piece of this giant jigsaw puzzle. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you again next week for the next installment. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Join our channel membership if you're feeling particularly generous. Otherwise, I will see you next week. So, thanks for watching. Lots of love, look after each other, take care, and goodbye.